Two robbers broke into a store. The clerk was killed on the spot. The old woman hid in a corner and covered her mouth. She prayed to God that they wouldn't find her, but the robbers pissed off four gangsters, and the entire town. The whole town came to the old woman's funeral. Everyone there knew. The old woman had helped hundreds of orphans for 30 years, except for her four sons. Fearing that they would starve to death on the streets, the old woman left them at home. However, after decades of careful teaching, they eventually did not change their nature. In just 2 years, the boss took his brothers to unify the local gangs, though the sons were always out to commit crimes. But the old woman never gave up on them. After the funeral, they gathered together. They ate the turkey that should have been bought by their mother. There was no mother at the table, but everyone couldn't help but look at that seat.
Zip up your mouth, Jeremiah. You grew up in a barn? I know bad things happened to you before you came to me. But you're safe now.
They were silent, but everyone had the same heart at that moment. In order to find out the murderer of their mother, they decided to try their luck with the mother's lawyer first. The lawyer had a $400,000 insurance policy. The only thing left was a suitcase under the mother's roof.
Adoption papers. Henry Ford Hospital. So I am from Detroit.
Then they tried to get a lead from the sheriff, but the sheriff didn't have any information either. They didn't know where to look for the killer, but that's when Junior objected. He wanted to leave the investigation of the murderer to the police.
So what, y'all just gonna shoot up the whole town because y'all mad?
Why not?
Mom would have been the first to forgive him, and y'all know that.
Can't all be saints, Jerry.
Yeah, can't all be saints, Jerry.
He withdrew from the revenge plan. The rest of the gang was not happy, but they accidentally talked to the bartender. The bartender told them something exciting. They learned that there was a group of guys who specialized in robbing stores for a living. The bosses decided to get back in the game, to investigate in their familiar gangster way. They pretended to be cops and broke into the bartender's secret base. Soon the boss was caught.
Okay, ain't nobody playing no basketball when that shit went down, okay? Why you think cops ain't arrest nobody?
How do you know nobody was playing basketball if you weren't there?
Cuz, bitch! Police said those people wasn't killed till 11 o'clock.
So what?
So they turned the court lights out at 10.
The boss looked at his watch. It's almost 10 o'clock. They decided to go to the stadium to verify the facts. But when they arrived at the stadium, it was still bright. 2 minutes had passed. The boss is dead. But just then, the lights suddenly went out. The boss breathed a sigh of relief. But the boss is helpless, because it means that the clue is broken again.